Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Well, last week I made a video about that I tested positive for the COVID-19 coronavirus, and then I kind of gave all my symptoms and experience with this virus and everything. So this video is pretty much now an update of that. I've been off quarantine for about 5 days, and I just kind of want to give you guys my experience with everything, just like I did on the first video. Uh, the video gave a lot of people, I guess, a lot of ease and just a little information and insight other than the worst doom and gloom. So it's kind of amazing, like, at least in this area, I'm like one of the very first ones to come out and say that I had it, and then that give the symptoms and experience. So as you can see, I'm not in a hospital. I did not have to go to a hospital. The only medication that I've taken was really Tylenol, and then I took that for about just 2 days, and then I took a Z-Pack, which is an antibiotic. Other than that, nothing else, okay? So I hope that gives you guys a little ease. This virus is very dangerous because it actually just does so many things to different people, right? So my case is, I would say, a little bit more mild, and then the next person, it could be a lot more extreme. So I'm not really sure what to say about that. I'm not a doctor, and even the doctors and things, they're still not quite sure why it treats people differently. I, received a lot of messages, a lot of phone calls, a lot of things, this and that. And, a lot of friends contacted me. I will tell you, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety for everyone. And obviously, when they did tell me that I had this, I had a lot of anxiety because you only think in the worst. Here's my case. I know many other cases that has tested positive, but they aren't public like this. Same symptoms, okay? They're having the same symptoms. So they're calling me, talking to me about different things. And obviously you need to contact your doctor and your physician to talk about things. But not every case is extreme. So, which has caused a lot of panic and things like that. I just want to try to emphasize that. I kept social distancing. I've been in my house for a couple weeks. But now, since I'm out, I'm pretty free. I went and got gas yesterday. Some people looked at me like I'm an alien because I live in a very small town, so people know me. But I had these blue gloves on and a mask, and I went to go get gas so I can mow my yard. And so I was filling up gas cans. And yes, yesterday I was on the tractor mowing. Okay, 2 days before that, I trimmed my bushes in my yard and loaded all the brush up and came out and burned the wood and brush that I had. So I've been doing this for a few days. My energy level is, I would say, very normal now. It's been normal for probably a week at least. I am not having any breathing issues. I'm not coughing, maybe a cough here or there, but I would almost say that's a spring cough from mowing the grass, really. And then my appetite's always been good. One thing I didn't explain in the previous video, I never lost my taste or smell. I've been eating a lot, 3-4 meals a day. I'm going to put a couple links in the bio below if you guys are interested after this video or whatever. Look down in there. There's an article by Colin Campbell. I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't. But he wrote the China study. And this is a scientist that did a study in China back in the 70s all the way through the 90s, collecting data for cancer and viruses and things like that. And he wrote this article, and it's very, very interesting about nutrition, how nutrition can help fight viruses and cancers and things like that. I briefly spoke that I'm whole food, plant-based, vegan. I did that from last June, so almost a year now. A lot of people that's been seeing my videos from my previous videos, yes, I have lost a lot of weight. I lost 50 pounds since June, okay? But you have to understand my health has been, it was very bad then. I weighed 210 pounds. Now I weigh 156, 160 pounds, but I'm actually very healthy. My blood work is phenomenal, things like that. And that's what I did not have for the past 10 years or so, taking medications and things. So you have to take control of your life in different ways. You have to go and get professional help to doctors and things like that, but also do your own research. So I highly encourage stuff like that. People say, oh, I can't do this, I can't. Well, when your back is against the wall like mine was, you'll do whatever it takes, okay? And that's all I can really emphasize. So do some research. I'm going to put this link in the bio below. I'm also going to put a YouTube video link that talks about the coronavirus, and I think it's very good. It's 50 minutes long, but if you guys want to really like learn about it and really hear from like a scientific doctor's perspective, it's very, very good. I'd like to say thanks to all the medical people and the first responders, because without nurses, doctors, I have a buddy that is a pharmacist. They go into work each and every day and are dealing with this. And this is a very contagious virus. And man, hats off to them. Do whatever it takes to do that. Here locally, I've been on the news because I made the first YouTube video. So all the news contacted me. And they actually showed a very good story on each one of those. And the thing is it's like the first story that showed people being well. Okay, so a lot of people, I would say, like that and kind of gave them a little bit of peace of mind. And that's very important because that's what we need. We need to see good news instead of all this bad news, okay? And that's really my intent of making any of these videos. Secondly, I can't donate plasma yet. There's a doctor that was been very sick in the Dayton area. I received at least 80 messages, phone calls, text messages asking to go help him. So a little story about this. The first message I received was from a friend I grew up down the street from. I told him I'm on it. I hung up or got done texting him. I called the doctor right away, the doctor that was on the list, okay? Spoke to them, and we went through the requirements and criteria that's needed to donate plasma to try to help sick people. You have to be virus-free for 2 entire weeks, okay? I've only been virus-free for about a week, a little bit over a week maybe. So I'm almost there to donate plasma and try to help other people. I encourage anyone that's been tested positive, you've been clear for 2 weeks, contact the Red Cross immediately. I've never given blood. If you haven't, everyone needs to do it, okay? So the first minute I'm able to, I'll go and donate my plasma to give the antibodies. The antibodies then can get transferred into a sick patient, and that gives pretty much, I'm not a scientist, it gives them like this gene code that our body can read to fight this virus, okay? They need that. And the good thing about it, I'm building the antibodies to do that. I have spoken to some other people that they know family members that has it or had it, and they're actually waiting now for their couple weeks, so they can have their antibodies and everything built up to donate. So please, if you've tested positive, do that, okay? I would say, like I said, I've mowed grass, I've been cutting bushes and things like that. There's a lot of people out there with this virus that has mild to no symptoms, asymptomatic. You can carry this for up to 14 days with zero, symptoms. So you just never know if you're a carrier. So keep your social distancing. When I was out, I live in an area, not a lot of houses, but I went out and walked twice a day. And, I kept my distance from everyone. I had one friend, they were having like a little gathering in her front yard, and she didn't know, but she wanted to come up and give me a hug, and I was like, stay back, people. So we spoke, 15, 20 feet, 30 feet, whatever it was. I was out in the road, they're out in the yard, but it was all good. And then I walked home. So that's pretty much about it for my video. I hope this, second video is okay. I hope you guys look at this information. You can do your own research. I highly encourage that. Do your own research on stuff. Get with your physician. If you're having any issues, call your doctor. Don't go to the doctor right away. Don't go to the emergency room, okay? Wear a mask. Everyone wear a mask. It's not going to be a bad thing to wear a mask right now. I have 3 of them in my car right now. So put on a mask, wear gloves, and we just have to do this. We have to do it all together. Ohio, what I've heard, Ohio's doing a great job on flattening the curve. We're actually well below our projected cases. So if we can continue to do this for maybe another week or 2, we're going to see big improvements, okay? And then with people that's tested positive, we can start giving antibodies, and hopefully we can find a vaccination and get a cure for all this, all right? Thank you guys, blue skies, and stay safe out there, okay? Take care.